Well, hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Tips Tuesday, and I have a really hot tip for you today. As you know, we're here every Tuesday, most Tuesdays, I should say, bringing you social media and marketing tips, tools, trends, tactics, and today is no different. I'm super excited because there is a tool out there you may not have heard of, and it's right here on Facebook, but it actually has something to do with Instagram. And I've been getting really into Instagram, getting immersed in what it does. I mean, I've been on Instagram a while, but the insider tactics, I've really taken a deep dive. One of them, and it's fairly new, you can actually schedule your Instagram TV. Now, if you haven't started Instagram TV, make sure you have the latest app of the Instagram um, on your phone, that you've updated it, if the latest version of the app, I should say. If it's not updating, remove it and re-download it, because you're going to want this information, and you're going to want to check out more on Instagram. Now, regarding Facebook, it's so cool because they have something called Creator Studio. When I say that, people are like, what? What is Creator Studio? So we're going to take a little bit of a dive into Creator Studio today and what that is. I actually am going to set it up for the first time myself, and I want to just have you witness it and go through what I go through when I check out a new area of Facebook. One thing's for sure on social media, change. You can count on it. You can count on it like clockwork, and I encourage you to count on it and not get frustrated by it. That is my biggest hack, and my biggest tip today is expect the change, be ready for the unknown, and come to it with an attitude of, this is okay. Things are changing, and we're going to learn how to use it for our advantage. Okay, so I just come with that assumption and we take it from there. So what is this Creator Studio thing, right? So I will share my screen so we can all look at this together. I just Googled, and you can do this too, Facebook Creator Studio. Now, maybe some of you have heard about it on YouTube, and that's a completely different thing, but it brings together, as it says here on the page, this is their help page, what is Creator Studio? Many of the tools you need to post, manage, monetize, and measure everything that's going on your Facebook pages. So, and one of the cool things is that it lets you do some pretty interesting scheduling idea. And now you can see, if you go to your page, so here's our Transform Today page, and up at the top here is this thing called Creator Studio. And when I clicked it, I got here. And so it's talking about your pages, and it also wants to connect to Instagram. So when we do that, then you can actually schedule Instagram TV. Now there's 4 neighborhoods or areas or arenas on Instagram. One of them is Instagram TV, and that is the place you can actually schedule video that is longer and than a minute. And you can also it also lands in your feed, which is so freaking cool. So if you're not using Instagram TV, maybe this session will invite you to do so. So you definitely want to schedule your Instagram TV. They also have scheduling of premieres. What are premieres? I want to demystify what premieres are on Facebook. They're pre-scheduled lives. Is that an oxymoron? Yes, a little bit, but a premiere lets you look like you're going live with a pre-scheduled video. So it announces it like a live stream. So it looks like you can just try it here, and you can go to different content you have. And I don't know why I have this account up. We'll have to figure out, how to connect an individual. You can now connect your Instagram account, which is here. And if you have another one, I guess we have to figure out how to do that. Now, I have not done this yet, but what's really cool is you can create a post to Instagram feed from here too, it looks like, as well as Instagram TV, as long as you're hooked up. This Transform Today does not have an Instagram account. So if I go over to my Coach Laura R, it may look a little different. Let's see. Coach Laura R is my Laura Rubenstein public figure business page on Facebook. And again, we have the Creator Studio link here. And let's see what that one looks like. So we can do that. And now I have my post here, and if I want to try this from here, still brings me there. So we have one Creator Studio. We just have to learn how to connect. This is for a page that I do have admin access to, so it needs to be connected. But the cool thing is you have this whole functionality of being able to schedule things from ads to content, and gives you just a whole another dashboard within. So here's my Instagram accounts, and I can add an Instagram account, and then we'll look for them here. And you can manage your page roles and permissions in Creator Studios. Preferences. I don't see the preferences somewhere. We'll have to find that preferences, your page, and manage page roles. So we can go through this, but I'm going to let you guys do some of that on your own. I just want to introduce you to this whole concept of Creator Studio, not do a whole training on it because I'm not prepared to do that, number one. Number two, I'll come back and do a training on that and do a whole blog post on Creator Studio and going live from scheduling your Instagram TVs from Creator Studios. So that's like my quick hack tip. It's very exciting today. If you have questions, please post them. I am here for you. And thank you so much for joining us, because we're here every Tuesday at Transform Today on Facebook, the Transform Today business page. I share it out and do a watch party too. And I look forward to answering your questions. So if you have questions, either go to my personal page, my public figure page, or my Transform Today page and ask your questions. I will get your messages, and I will do a Tips Tuesday on them. So stay tuned for a deeper dive into Instagram TV and how to schedule them. But here's another thing that I love that I found out about Instagram TV, and I mentioned it earlier, but just in case you're visiting us newly, it shows up in your feed. Okay, so you go and put an Instagram TV on, and it shows up in your Instagram main feed. So make sure you have a little nice thumbnail, and there's a way to put that in there, a cover card. And it also shows up in the Explore page. That is hot real estate on Instagram. The Explore page is the search page, you know, when you click the magnifier glass and you see those videos and who's live, it shows up there, which is very, very cool. So video is hot, and there's lots of strategy you can do around video on Instagram, and I invite you to do that. And if you want to plan a strategy with me, visit my site at transformtoday.com. You can contact me there. We can set up a strategy session. But I'd love to see your brand showcased and you as an authority and leader in your industry simply by doing video. So let's have a good time. Enjoy Instagram TV. Lives are a whole different story, but that's another arena. That's one of the 4 arenas of Instagram I talked about. You've got your stories, your lives, your TV, and your post, your feed. So those are the 4 neighborhoods to really figure out what you're doing on Instagram and make them kind of cohesive and make your life not all about Instagram. I recommend about 2 hours a week in planning content and 15 minutes 3 times a day to engage. So engage, engage, engage. Please let us know how you're engaging on Instagram, what tips you have, or anything you've learned. This is, I'd love for this to be a dynamic conversation and interact with you. So thanks for watching, Lillian, Melissa, and Margaret, and Tracy. And if you have questions, I am here for you, always learning something new. And if you have questions and I can't answer them, I'll either find the answer one way through my networks of colleagues, or I may know the answer right away, or we'll discover them together. So I look forward to collaborating with you, and we'll be back for another Tips Tuesday. And next week, Rosemary will be with me, Rosemary O'Neill of Narrative. And in the meantime, if you want to get the buzz out about you too, we'd love to buzz about you all over the place at socialbuzzclub.com. Bye for now, everyone.